happen, but it should, and maybe it will. From the earliest days of our republic, faith in God has always been the ultimate source of the strength that beats in the hearts of our nation. We have to bring religion back. We have to bring it back much stronger. It's one of the biggest problems that we've had over the last fairly long period of time. We have to bring it back. Thomas Jefferson himself
Hey, Donna.
once attended Sunday services held in the old House chamber on the very ground where I stand today. So there could be nothing more beautiful than for us to gather in this majestic place. It is majestic, and reaffirm that America is and will always be one nation under God. At every stage of the American story, our country has drawn hope and courage and inspiration from our trust in the Almighty. Deep in the soul of every patriot is the knowledge that God has a special plan and a glorious mission for America. And that plan is going to happen. It's going to happen. I hope it happens sooner rather than later. It's going to happen. And it's His hand that guides us every single step of the way. And all of you and the things we have to do.
Hi, Bam. Yes, thank you, Jesus.
See the defining role that faith and prayer have played in the life of our nation. And you just have to look at this building, and you can look at each other. You can really look at each other. It's defined almost everyone in this room. I think faith has been very strong with the people in this room. Just steps away from here in the Hall of Columns is the statue of John Winthrop, who famously proclaimed that America would stand as a city upon a hill, a light to all nations, with the eyes of all people upon us. Today, almost 400 years after that famous sermon, we see that with the Lord's help, the city stands taller and shines brighter than ever before, or at least it soon will. In that same hall, we also find the statue of the great Roger Williams, who founded the state of Rhode Island, named its capital city Providence, and built the first Baptist church in America. It's Williams that we have to thank for making religious liberty part of the bedrock of American life. And today we must protect a fundamental freedom with absolute devotion. We must stand strong, just like generations of Americans have done on the battlefields all around the world. Feet away from the magnificent rotunda, another statue watches over visitors to the Capitol. George Washington, the founder of our country, often called for Americans to join together in prayer, very often. And more than 2 centuries later, this morning, we heed President Washington's wisdom and follow in his mighty footsteps. He was a strong man and of great religious strength. The stories of legends like Washington, Winthrop, and Williams remind us that without faith in God, there would be no American story. Every citizen should be proud of this exceptional heritage. We have an unbelievable heritage, and we have to use that and make life better for everyone. That's why as we approach the 25th times 10 anniversary, think of that, 250 years we'll be celebrating next year of our country's founding. I have signed an executive order to resume the process of creating a new national park full of statues of the greatest Americans who ever lived. We're going to be honoring our heroes, honoring the greatest people from our country. We're not going to be tearing down, we're going to be building up. It will be called the National Garden of American Heroes. Some of you will be on that soon to be hallowed ground. Some of you, let's see, I can pick a few of you right now by looking. There's a couple of you right now I can see. Let's see.
Oh,
It's the president's
What was
sole
that?
opinion. And I've given myself a 25-year period. And then somebody else. By that time, it'll be very, very built up. No, it will be something very special. And I hope that Congress will fully fund this wonderfully unifying project at the first possible opportunity. It's not going to be a lot of money, going to be very important, however, so that more of our people can be inspired by the faith and courage of patriots like those who we honor in these halls. One of the incredible Americans whose memory my order will celebrate is also recognized with a statue in the Capitol representing the great state of North Carolina, and that's a man known who everybody loved, Reverend Billy Graham. He was something. My father used to take me to watch the Crusades. He would take me to Yankee Stadium. I remember it so well. I remember it more than I remember a Yankee game, and I've seen a lot of Yankee games. Can you believe it? And Billy didn't have a bat, so it was pretty good. It was amazing. You'd have 60 or 70,000 people, and they loved him.
Alba, you
They
sound pretty
loved him. I saw
stupid.
him
Sorry.
with Franklin. I don't know if Franklin's here. I just don't know, but I've gotten to know Franklin. He's done a great job
Hey, Al.
with helping on tragedies and problems like in North Carolina, California. He's always the first one there. The work he does is, his father's very proud of him, I can tell you that. But Billy Graham was very special. One floor below us, Reverend Graham's statue stands with an open Bible. The page turned to a letter from the Apostle Paul, which reads, "Let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will
Get another
reap
job, Al.
if we do not give up." Never give up. Never, ever give up. You can't. How about me? If I would have given up, I would not be here right now. Who the hell knows where I'd be? It might not be a good place. If it was up to the Democrats, it would not be a
We
good
think
place
he's
at all.
changing our country for the better, Kevin.
Never, ever give up. There could be
Never, ever give up.
no better message for the leaders
Yeah, poor
gathered
baby up at
here,
work.
and you are
Exactly.
real leaders. And we must never give up, and we must never grow tired. We must never grow weary,
That's right.
and we always must practice good.
Amen.
As you know, last week, only a few miles from here, our nation witnessed a terrible tragedy when 67 people were killed in a horrible accident near Reagan Airport. As one nation, we take solace in the knowledge that their journey that night did not end in the icy waters of the Potomac, but in the warm embrace of a very loving God. None of us knows exactly when our time on earth will be over. You never know. A truth I confronted a few short months ago when there was an incident that was not fun.
Oh,
It was not a good thing. But
go somewhere
God
else,
was
Stephanie.
watching me. The chances of me being here, my sons are shooters. They're really good shooters, Don and Eric. And they said the chances of missing from that range with that gun are, but Don equated it to a 1-foot putt. That's pretty bad. 2 feet I can see missing, but 1 foot you can't miss. It was the equivalent of a 1-foot putt is what he told me. He said, in fact, he gained some religion. He went up 25%. And if you know him, that's a lot. But he said there had to be somebody that saved you, and I think I know who it is. And he looked up and I said, "Whoa, Don, you've come a long way." He's a good guy, but my 2 sons just really couldn't believe it. Had I not turned that right turn just at that time, and the audience, 55,000 people standing this way, there was just a few people in the back on the bleachers. There was nobody over there except for my all-time favorite chart in history, a chart on immigration. Immigration saved my life, see? So we're going to be good for immigration, okay? But had I not made that turn, boom, and quickly, it was almost as though a deer bolted. You know, they say the only way you miss when you're a good shot is if it bolts. I bolted. I turned to the right to look at the chart, and I said, wow, what was that? What was that? So you never know, but God did that. I mean, it had to be. The chances of turning, there's no reason to turn to the right. You know, the chart is rarely brought down. I brought it down maybe 20%, and 20% of the time. And
Hey, Marcus.
it's never on my right, it's always on my left. And it's always at the end of the speech, never the beginning of the speech. And if I was a little more than that 90-degree angle, it would be no good. And if I was a little less, it would be no good. It had to be perfect. The thing went right along the edge.
That was God
It
consecrating
didn't affect
you.
my hair. Can you believe it?
That was God. God blessed you.
Might have touched it, but not where it counts. not the skin
He's
part.
so funny.
But it's no, honestly,
He's so
it's
real and
it
honest.
changed something in me. I feel even stronger. I believe in
Yes,
God,
we
but
all
I
feel stronger
feel
because of you.
much more strongly about it. Something happened. So thank you.
Yes, clapping.
Thank you.
Love you, President Trump. Thank you so much for everything you've done and everything you've
But that event, like
sacrificed.
the tragedy last week, should remind us all that we have to make the most out of every single day
Hi,
that
Tim.
we have. Who would think that
You're the waste product.
you're in space and two things collide? The odds of that happening are so small, even without proper control. We should have had the proper control. We should have
Idiots
had
being
better
tossed.
equipment. We don't. We have obsolete equipment. They were understaffed for whatever reason. I guess the helicopter was high,
Neutral zone.
and we'll find out exactly what happened. But the odds, even if you had nothing, if you
Crystal.
had nobody, the odds of that happening are extremely small. It's like, did you ever see?
You're a
when
liar,
you're driving
Stephanie.
range
See you
in
later.
golf and you're
Not
hitting
allowed on
balls,
my channel.
hundreds of balls, thousands of hours. I never see a ball hit another ball. Balls going up all over the place. You never see them hit. It was amazing that
So
could
true,
happen.
Marcus. So
There was a
true.
lot of mistakes made. And,
Yes, Cole.
It should have never happened, but regardless of that, it's amazing that it happened. And I think that's going to be used for good. I think what is going to happen is we're all going to sit down and do a great computerized system for our control towers, brand new, not pieced together, obsolete like it is land-based, trying to hook up
So
a
too,
land-based system
Perfinex.
to a satellite
Welcome.
system. And the first thing that some experts told me when this happened is you can't hook up land
got
to
it, Crystal, every
satellites, and you
time.
can't hook up satellites to land. It doesn't work. We spent billions and billions of dollars trying to renovate an old
What a
broken
loser.
system instead of just saying cut it loose and let's spend less money and build a great system done by 2 or 3 companies, very good companies, specialists. That's all it is. They used 39 companies. That means that 39 different hookups have to happen. And I don't know how many people of you are good in terms of all of the kind of things necessary for that. And it's very complex stuff. But when you have 39 different companies working on hooking up, different cities and different people, you need one company with one set of equipment. And there are some countries that have unbelievable air
Thank you,
controller
Crystal.
systems.
Welcome.
And bells would have gone off when that helicopter literally even hit the same
that
height
right,
because it
Joseph.
traveled a long distance before it hit. It was just like, it just wouldn't stop. It was, you follow the line. But bells and whistles would have gone off. They have them where it actually could virtually turn the thing around. It would have just never happened if we had the right
On
equipment.
time, you are on
And one
time.
of the things that's going to be, I'm going to be speaking to John and to Mike and to Chuck and to everybody. We have to get together and just, as a single bill, just pass where we get the best control system. When I land in my plane, privately, I use a system from another country because my captain tells me I'm landing in New York and I'm using a system. I won't tell you what country, but I use a system from another country because the captain says this thing is so bad, it's so obsolete, and we can't have that. So we're going to have the best system, and a lot of money, but it's not that
Ganetta
much
has
money.
a problem.
And it'll happen fast, and it'll be done by total professionals. And when it's done, you're not going to have accidents. It's just not. They're virtually not possible to have. Each of us is blessed with a precious chance to help lead America to renew
Hey, Cap.
our pledges of faith and everything else, and bring us to new heights and create a future of promise for our people and for ourselves. We have the most important people in the country in a true sense here because you're the ones that are going to make the decision. You're the ones that are leading us into so many different things, whether it's the right air control system or the right size military or what to do and what not to do. Most important people. And many of you are very religious. I know so many of you are very religious. And I just think that our country has been so badly hurt. We're very hurt by what COVID did to religion. It really hurt it badly. People couldn't go to church for a long period of time. Even going outside, they were given a hard time. And I'm not blaming anybody for that, but it was very hard to gather. So they start using computers, if that. And when they come back, it's just, a whole new experience they have to get used to. But it is starting to come back. We had a fantastic thing happen yesterday. The Army had the best recruitment numbers that they've had in more than 15 years. They think it could be 25 years, actually. They're going to probably put that out. But more than 15 years just now.
Got that right, Dan. Yes.
And we were worried about it. We were talking about it numerous times that, we don't have people joining our military services. We don't have people joining our police force. We have to cherish our police.
You're right on time.
It's so dangerous. You open a car and somebody starts shooting. They have blackened windows. You don't even have any idea who's in the car. Oftentimes they have the dark windows, which are not, in theory, supposed to have, but they have them. The door opens and a gun is pointed at your face, and you can't do a thing about it. It's just nothing you're going to do about it. Your friends will take them out. It's happened so many times, but it's such a dangerous thing. We have to cherish these people. So today we join our hearts and prayers and recommitting to putting our country first. We have to put our country first.
That's right.
Making America stronger and greater and more exceptional than ever before. And we have to make religion a much more important factor now.
Amen.
Make it an important factor. And if we do that, our job is just going to be much easier. It unifies people. It brings people together. So Democrats are going to be able to have lunch again and dinner with Republicans. And I remember just as growing up, I'd see, I revered senators, congressmen, or something very special, but they were out to dinner all the time. We had an old congressman, maybe some of Cy Halpern from Queens, and he was a friend of my father. But he'd have dinner he was a Democrat, he'd have dinner with Republicans, and he'd be at it.
Welcome,
wouldn't even
Walter.
make a difference. Today, it's like shocking. And it shouldn't be. You have to get together. We really have to get together. We all know what's right and what's wrong, and
you can leave,
there's
Richard.
going to be compromise on both sides, but we have to just do the right thing, and we have to get together. You did it with Marco Rubio. You got everybody who's 99 votes, and the only vote was our VP, who maybe we should have been there just to make it 100. But I think I would have been angered if it was 100. That might be a step too far, right? But no, it was great to see a vote. Pam Bondi had support from Democrats, and some of the others had some
Got that right on
pretty
time.
good support. So, it's doable. We had a recent bill having to do with a very beautiful young lady who was killed from Georgia. And that bill was very bipartisan. It was a very beautiful thing to watch, actually. And so I think we just have to, if possible, we have to unify. There's big division. I mean, some people want an open border and some people want a closed border. We
Closed
want it
border.
closed and they want it open. And that's a big difference.
Big difference.
How do you solve that problem? It's a big difference. Some people want men and women's sports, and some people don't.
Because that's
I was
crazy.
with somebody yesterday who was so upset that the bill was signed where men cannot
Oh my God, what a disgusting
participate in
person.
women's sports. And I said,
Ugh.
he's a very smart guy, went to a great school, was a great student,
Gross.
and he actually feels, that should happen. Men should be able to play, meaning transition into women's sports. And you talk to him and it says, I don't understand it. I think I don't understand how the problem ever got started in the first place. It just seems so simple. But he's a good person and just believes it. He just believes it. Not going to be easy to convince him otherwise. So where is a middle ground? It's hard to have a middle ground. There's two ways. I mean, you can either do it or you can't. But I think a lot of good things are going to happen. You know, a lot of people might be surprised to hear me say that of all people, but I think a lot
Welcome,
of
John.
good things are going to happen because our country's got some big headaches, but we
Welcome,
have tremendous
Salosi.
spirit right now. The spirit is as high as it's been. It was up 49 points this morning. 49 points. It's the biggest increase in the history of whatever the poll was. So the spirit is there. That's a big factor. That's probably the hardest thing to get back, to be honest. The rest is easy. The rest is easy. So I want to just thank you all. I want to congratulate a lot of the new members. I see so many of you that ran great races, David. That was a great race. But so many that ran great races, and on both sides, you ran some incredible races. So it's good to be with you. And God bless everybody. We want to come together, and the happiest, the person, the element, the everything that's going to be happy. People of religion are going to be happy again. And
I think
I
John's
really
a
believe
troll.
you can't be
See you later, John.
happy
We don't like what you're saying.
without religion, without that belief. I really believe it. I just don't
Hi,
see
Isaac.
how you can be. So let's bring religion back. Let's bring God back into our lives. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Great honor. Thank
Welcome,
you.
Steve. That would be you. Got that right, Mike. All right, Victoria needs to go into the drink with the rest of the trolls as they get eaten by lots and lots of sharks here in Florida. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's beach report. Look at me in the morning. Got up just in time for President Trump's prayer breakfast, which is always an amazing event. I love the presidential prayer breakfast, always. Hey, Draven, there was never a separation of church and state. That's a communist ideology that does not belong in America. President Trump's still leaving. Anyway, yeah, people who call for a separation of church and state, you might be a communist. Just saying. Because here in America, we love God. We are one nation under God. Yeah. Read it on your money. It's true. I don't know how much it costs to be at the prayer breakfast, but not everybody can go. Clearly, that is a very exclusive event. And but we're all invited via the power of YouTube. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to thank you, Carol. Love you, girl. It's kind of hard for me to kick off the trolls right now. Christian, I know my Constitution. You probably don't. Because there is no separation of church and state in the Constitution. Find it for me and prove me wrong. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, show it to me. Show me where there is separation of church and state in the Constitution. I'll wait. Okay? Yeah. No, yeah, it says MAGA. And that term MILF does not apply to me because I am not a whore, okay? I'm not one of those women who get on YouTube or any kind of social media looking for men to be attracted to me. I really don't care what you think. I'm not here to make you think that I'm like some kind of sex object. I'm not. So you need to have respect for women like me. Okay? That's part of the problem in this society. And I'm sorry that I have to say this on my show every single day. So many rude people who talk to me like I am some kind of OnlyFans loser. I'm not. I'm not selling my body. I am trying to make my country great again. So stop talking to me like that. You're just rude. And there's too many rude people to kick off right now because we've got, 577 people watching? Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. So welcome, trolls. I guess half of you are trolls. I don't know. But this is a no troll zone. And unfortunately, there's too many trolls to kick off now. So I'm going to ask everybody on here to just ignore the nasty comments. I'm not even going to look at them right now. I am going to praise my president. I am so excited and so happy to see President Trump cleaning house. It makes every day exciting. Every day I wake up and see what else is going to happen. And it's wonderful. This is what we voted for in America. So if you don't like it, you should probably leave because the grift is over. So, yes, I also praise Jesus. I praise Jesus as my Lord and Savior, but President Trump is my president. So, all right, you guys, right? Just 2 weeks and look what he's already done. Pretty amazing, right? I'd say that we really dodged a bullet. And if you're not sure if we dodged a bullet, please go watch the CBS interview with Kamala Harris that was doctored to the hilt. And if you watch the actual interview, you will see that that woman is just a blah, blah, blah talking head, doesn't even know what she thinks. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. You give someone $1 billion to run for president, and not only do they manage to waste every penny of it, but then they can't even pay their staffers. Did you really want that person to run our country? Seriously, $1 billion? How much did it take President Trump to win this election? Well, I can tell you one person he didn't pay, and that was me. I don't get paid anything to do this. I'm lucky right now because I'm on YouTube and I am monetized. Last month I made a big $130, something like that. So, $130 every couple of months. I mean, I'm just getting started. So I really wish you would like and subscribe to my page if you do like my message and you do want to make America great again. And if you hate America so much that you have to come on my page and say nasty things, when I don't have more than 500 people watching, I will throw you into the ocean, into the Gulf of America, where a bunch of sharks are waiting for you, because this is a no troll zone. But right now, I can't deal with it. You're right, Robert. You have to be brave in this world. If you're not brave, then you're going to give in to complacency and let these people run all over us. And that's what's happened in the past more than 4 years, really. The past 50 years, we are all now learning that our government shills have been selling us out all over the world, trying to institute disgusting leftist ideologies all over the world. Can you even with this stuff that Doge has uncovered? It's amazing. And if you still don't agree with President Trump, then I think you might be a criminal. Just saying. Just saying. I always say, lies are expensive, but the truth is free. And we know this is true because Anderson Pooper makes millions of dollars every episode that he does. Does he even do it anymore? I'm not sure. But me, your girl, I don't really make any money. And the only people who support me are my followers. Those are my real American followers. Nobody pays me anything to say anything I'm saying to you right now. I am not paid. I am not influenced. I lived in Switzerland for 10 years. I watched my country be destroyed by the Clintons. I watched them rise to power and literally take everything we had. I watched it. It's so funny to see now Chelsea Clinton is now trending on Twitter. Why? Because it turns out that she took $84 million, taxpayer money. What did she do with it? We all know that Haiti financed her big splashy wedding to the son of a criminal. That happened in front of our faces. These people are shameless. We start finding out that celebrities, which we already knew, they get all their money from the government. Politico, from the government. You know how much the government financed me? Zero. I can look. Nothing. I was never financed by anyone. I have been a journalist since 1987. I graduated from Ohio University Scripps School of Journalism. So I am a real card-carrying journalist. But I couldn't really be a journalist anymore after President Trump got into office and I saw all the hate coming at him from all of the news sources. I didn't want to be associated with them anymore. So I do my own thing. And I have my own views, and they all come from my own head because I'm a critical thinker. So someone just called me a liar. What did I lie about? Like, give me one thing that I just lied about. Like, really, really sad people here. Wow. Anyway, I don't care what you say about me because I don't even know you and you don't know me. So you can say whatever you want. It doesn't hurt me. I don't have any cats, so you're wrong. I'm not single. I'm a widow. I was married to a Cuban. He was a Cuban refugee who escaped communism to come to this country and became an American citizen. Just saying, you can call me all the names that you want, but I am a proud widow of a very strong, wonderful man who unfortunately died because of poison food in America. Facts. Just saying. So I'm going to fight for my country. I'm going to fight for all of you who want to fight with me. And all you trolls, and half of you I know are just bots that are paid by the Democrat Party or whatever, the criminals running this country. So I really don't care what you say because I know where you're coming from. But all of you American first people, that's me. You're my peeps. All right, well, I hate to shut this off with more than 500 people watching, but I got a lot of stuff to do today. I am an author also. I've written 2 books. The first book is about the way, see if I have a copy somewhere around here. The way 9/11 changed our society. You can't buy it on Amazon or anything because I hate Amazon. And I'm not very good at making money and promoting myself because it's like, I don't know. I'm a one-woman show. I'm trying to do it all by myself. And since my husband passed away, it's been tough. And I recently lost my dog a couple weeks ago too. So I'm feeling a little bit, alone in the world in that respect. But I'm not because I have so many friends and such a great support system. And now I live in a country where people actually appreciate my brand of journalism, which is just truth. And no one has to pay me to tell the truth. And I'm not afraid of being broke or being poor or anything because somebody always helps me because I have Jesus on my side. So, it's all good. Thank you so much for your kind condolences. I've been through a lot lately, but I'm still such a happy girl because I see my country being made better every single day. And the people who say these nasty things, I'm praying for you. I'm so sorry that you have to say things to strangers on the internet to make yourself feel better. And every time you say something nasty to a woman like me, you actually disrespect yourself. So you show us who you are, with your nasty comments. We all know who you are. And I also believe that God is, right now, he's doing a kind of, you can tell who's good and who's bad. Because you're all showing us right here in the comments. We can all see who's good and who's bad. So if you love me, please subscribe. Consider becoming a member. It's, less than $5 a month. It's not a lot of money. It's like giving a tip, Would it be so bad? Every day I come on the Beach Report to tell the truth. Every day I put it out there because I believe in it. Not because of any ideologies, not because I get paid or any other reason. Only because I love my country. And I've proven that. I actually immigrated away from my country. I became a Swiss citizen in 1996, I think it was. And then I had to move back to my country. Various reasons, but it's not always the answer to leave your home. And I admit, I ran away from America. I admit that I was afraid of the poison food and I didn't want to have my children be born in a country like this. In the early 90s, it became very apparent to me that things were not getting better. In fact, they were getting worse. And then I moved to Switzerland and stuff like the OJ trial and the Clintons and talking about things that you don't want to hear about in the Oval Office. Oh my gosh, the whole Monica Lewinsky scam. I mean, that's who these people are. All they think about is the S word and taking money from people. That's all they seem to care about. They don't want to make America great. They don't want their fellow Americans to prosper. They want to keep us in a kind of a prison where they keep trying to make us admit that the 2020 election wasn't stolen, and we all know that it was. I watched it with my own eyes, so I love that our current officials don't ever cave to these bully tactics. Yes, it is really time to separate the good people from the bad people. And I'm so done with the lies, which I always have been. But when I see these people come in and like, why would I be a hypocrite? Like, the things people say about me are crazy. And I'll tell you something else. Someone brings up Stormy Daniels. Guess what I think about Stormy Daniels? Did you watch the entire trial? If you did, you might come to the conclusion that the one sleeping with Stormy Daniels was really Michael Cohen. It wasn't President Trump at all. I don't believe that President Trump would ever touch a woman like that. And I believe him when he says it didn't happen. We have all the proof from Michael Cohen actually going behind his wife's back and behind Trump's back to pay off Stormy Daniels. So I'm pretty sure that Stormy Daniels was sleeping with the liar, Michael Cohen. And if you really watched, go back and watch the trial, and I think you'll see the truth very, very clearly. President Trump is none of those horrible things that they call him. He doesn't have to go after women. He doesn't have to abuse anybody. They love him. And what's wrong with me, Jason, is what's wrong with you. Yeah, you people who come on and just say nasty things to someone you don't even know. And by the way, I am a woman who respects myself. And I think that men who come on this page and say these nasty things to me, I don't know if they've ever met women who respect themselves. But it's not fair to come on and paint me in the same brush that you're going to paint those other women who are selling their bodies online. I never will, I never have, and I don't do that. So have some respect for a woman like me. I'm just here trying to make my country better. I'm a journalist. I'm a truth teller. I'm an author. And I love America. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to take off for now, but I will be back on the beach report. We'll get some great beach scenes in today because when you're on the beach report, you always get to go to the beach. Super important because salt water heals everything. All right, you guys. Again, please like and subscribe. More than 400 people. Can somebody just like it? Just subscribe. Just help me here. I cannot do this without you. So I got to grow my page. And I want to be a voice of love and acceptance for everyone with our differing opinions. We do not have to fight about everything, but there are some things that we cannot agree on, like men can't be women, and women can't be men, and we're done with that game. So sending our tax dollars overseas to promote this kind of craziness, it's done. Not playing that game anymore. Rick, well, I will be back, okay? I promise I'll be back. But today, I say this almost every day, but today is website day. I have to work on my website. I have to be able to sell books because I can't support myself like this. And, $100 every couple of months from YouTube right now isn't cutting it. I mean, we all have bills, I'm not here trying to get rich. I don't care about getting rich. I care about living in a wonderful country where people respect each other. Hi, Annie. Good, I get to see you. All right. I will see you guys later. Someone says make an OnlyFans. Are you nuts? Do you not hear yourself? I'm not a whore, okay? I'm not here selling my body. I don't want men ogling me. I'm not looking for men. I'm looking to make my America great again. And if you like that, please follow me. And if you're just looking for debauchery and words I'm not allowed to say, please go somewhere else. Don't do this to me. I don't deserve it. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and we'll be back on the next beach report. Hopefully, we'll be at the beach. Love you guys. Oh, look, I see all my friends coming on now. What? Anyway, and by the way, oops, accidentally got rid of you quickly, more than I meant. I love you too, Annie. So anyway, by the way, please start having respect for other people. I think that's what's wrong with our country, is that people, you know, you look at someone like me, I don't know why you would think that I am selling my body, or why you would think that I'm the girl you want to, you know, I'm not. I'm not here trying to promote any kind of debauchery or disgustingness. I just want respect. And I think every other woman in this country also, like me, wants respect. So try to have some respect. All right, you guys. I know most of you do, and I love you guys who do. But yeah, I don't hate anybody. I love everybody, and I'm a happy person. And people don't always like that, but I always have a smile on my face because it's a beautiful world. And rejoice in this day that the Lord has made for us. All right. Oh, before I go, I was gonna read a. Oh well, I can't do that right now. Sorry, guys. I have more plans. I always have plans, but it's one day at a time with me. I'm just here trying to kind of find my way in this world because everything is changing at warp speed, if you haven't noticed. Anyway, I'm super excited about it. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I did apply to the White House. I don't know if they'll take me on as a White House correspondent, but I did apply, and I am a journalist, and I have been, like I said, I graduated from journalism school in 1987. I worked for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette for 18 years, so I am the real deal, and I hope they recognize that. I don't expect anything, though. We'll just see what happens. So if you guys could help me by growing my page, that might also help. All right, you guys, I need all your help. I'm going to see you later on the next beach report. So join me at the beach. Ciao for now. Have a wonderful rest of your day.